Hi, Professor. We are team 2. My name is Tianxu, and we have Xiaoyang, Jinshuo, and Ziming. Our sponsor is Dr. Namunu, Manage, and our project title is Capturing User Interaction with PCs and Laptops using keyboard and mouse on the Linux platform. So the project implements the monitoring and capturing the event information of mouse and keyboard for PC. When we start the program and move the mouse or press the keyboard, the coordinates of the mouse movement, the key, and the time interval will be captured. Then log this data into the database for analysis to capture user behaviors. The motivation for the problem is that the keyboard and the mouse are a way for human to interact with the computer. And we can use the relevant information captured by this program to development profiling of human mental activity and further therapy.
The previous growth solution allows monitoring on the Windows platform with the monitoring data output on the console and also saves the monitoring data in a text field. However, the solution has many shortcomings. On the multiple user side, the solution cannot monitor multiple clients at the same time. In terms of cross-platform, the solution cannot listen on multiple operating system platforms, such as Linux or Mac. The implementation also does not implement a user management model to assign permissions. In terms of information security, the implementation does not encrypt critical data. There is a risk that user habits will leak if the unauthorized user has illegal access to the relevant information.
So for our key idea, the system includes the following modules: user management module, events capture module, caching module, local storage module, server storage module, synchronization module, encryption and decryption module, and the network transmission module. After the user log into the system, the events capture module saves the time information in the cache module. The cache module classifies and caches the data in the cache and stores each event information in the local SQLite database. At the same time, the server API is called through the network transmission module, and the cache module also sends event information to the server. When the server receives the information, the database analyzes and saves the data in the corresponding server MySQL database. The clients need to encrypt the data before transmitting the data. Similarly, the data returned by the server to the client is also encrypted by transmission. After the client and server receive the data, they will decrypt the data firstly. The algorithm used by the encryption and decryption module is XOR algorithm. The transmitted data is in JSON format, which stores the length of entire data. This ensures data integrity. Because TCP sockets need to occupy the port of the server in order to save system resources, the network transmission module is designed as follows. The client initiates a request to connect the server and send the relevant request data. The server returns the response data requested by the client, and then the TCP sockets close the connection. There is a demonstration of our program.
Hi, everyone. Our development environment is Linux operating system because our project is an existing project. So the last group has been on Windows. We use the Rust language to implement our project. And the IDE we choose VS Code because it can support Rust language and Rust relative plugins such as Rust Analyzer, and it can provide code computation, find reference, error hints, and other functions. And the database we choose is MySQL and SQLite. SQLite as a middleware database. And for the front-end user management, we use the GTK framework to develop the project. So let's start. The program. Firstly, we need to start the server side. and start the client side. Here is our user registration. This is our front end. So firstly, we need to register the new account. And input the password. So put the username and the password. Okay, so here is our toolbar, is the main program. We have a play button and button, and we can view the data, and we can use the data analyze, and this is the modified password. So we can change the password. Oh. It's modify use password successfully. So when we start this program, open the text editor, and the program can capture the mouse moving like this, and mouse click, and can capture the keyboard press. We can type something, hello world, hello Rust, and other anything. We can test some dollar signs. So we end this program, and we can view on the left side, this is the mouse move, this is the coordinate, and on the right side we can see the keyboard and press the time interval. This dollar sign, this, and then we can analyze the data. We designed the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 functions, like mouse moving velocity, mouse moving acceleration, click velocity, and click acceleration, keyboard price velocity, keyboard pricing acceleration, keyboard press time, and mouse press time. So this is the logout function. And the log out the program, all of the data will upload to the database. And here is our database SQLite. We can see the users. This is the count and username, and this is the password, and this is the mouse moving, and this is the key press event. Here is our program. Hi, everyone.
So for the impact of our work on society, our system can provide reliable user-heavy data to hardware manufacturers of input devices like keyboard, mouse to improve the usability of their products for users. The psychological problems are reflected in mental states, which can be observed through the behavior of humans interacting with machines. This program can analyze the psychological or mental state of different users by collecting their input habits.
So let me talk about the joint efforts and the individual efforts. So joint efforts, the communication model between the client and server side of the program, like the network transmission model was done collaboratively. This includes designing the APIs for the middleware and calling the API via TCP sockets. Jinshore used the GTK to implement the GUI and the user management system and the toolbar. Tianxu implemented the capture of the mouse and keyboard data and calculated their time interval, the coordinates of the mouse movement, then displayed them on the event view. Zimin implemented to pass the capture data into the local database and synchronize it to the server-side database. Xiaoyang implemented an algorithm for the data encryption and calculated the capture data to graph and analyze the velocity and acceleration of the keyboard and the mouse.